is going on, my Ghost Squad? Welcome to Tactical Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, May 29th, 2018. We are live, as always, on the YouTubes and simulcasting, as always, over at GunChannels.com. If you guys by now haven't figured out what GunChannels.com, then get out of underneath the rock that you are living under and welcome to the real world. Go check it out. Let me give you the link over there. GunChannels.com is a great 2A and pro gun community where we've got a 24-hour live chat going on over there. If you have any questions about firearms, just want to hang out and talk guns, they've got a 24/7 lobby over there that you can find anyone and everyone over there. All your content creators that you like to watch and most of your live show hosts, we're all over at GunChannels.com. So come over and check us out. I like to call it the water cooler of the gun community. So we're glad to have everybody over there. Speaking of gun channels, G's over there. G, where are you at? Why are you not in here? Did I not send you a link? Well, let's send you a link. I thought that I already did, but let me get this link set up for G real quick because I thought I had already sent one, but it doesn't look like I did. So that is my fault. Hop in here, old school, and we'll get you in here. We got G's over there, Mr. Knives, Gizzard, Gary, the Tactical Gizzard, or the Tactical Chicken, however you want to look at it, is over there. We've got a rambunctious crowd over on the YouTube side. The Tactical Troll Daddy is over there. JB Productions is over there. What's up, JB? Gun Loving Grandpa Stanley, Nighthawk, Midnight Range TM, Gizzard Gary's working double duty tonight. Okay, I don't know if G just had like a stroke or what, but he checked in on 4 different, channels. He's got gear websites, gun websites, Daily Gun Show, and anything. He's got 17,000 channels, but he checked in on all of them. So appreciate you very much. Let's see here. George Grayson Cat Meow Meow Meow. Alan B Pro. What's up, my man? Let's see here. Gizzard Travis. When our forces combine, we become Gizzard Travis. I don't even want to know how the Travi Collective got Gizzard Gary to join their stupid club, but apparently he has. Mad Sexy's over there. Patriot in the Dark, Simplify, my brother. Chris Vector wants to know where Ellis is. I love it. I don't know. He's got a link, so he can come over anytime he wants. Let's see here. There, you guys are going through a nice little chat out there. Appreciate you. Gunpowder Beauty. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Iceman's out there. Solitary Maverick. Zippy. What's going on, Zippy? Sean Green. Hello, hello, hello. Long time no see. Troll Daddy, check in until it gets good. It might not ever get good, bro. So Lead Life is out there. Alaskan Ballistic, what's up? Shooting with Uncle Dan. Andrew Faulkner, what's going on? JJ's out there. Clint Torres is out there. Let's see here. Jorge's out there. Guys, if you're out there on the YouTube side and you haven't said anything in the chat, we don't know that you're out there. So if you're out there, say hello. If it's your first time, then welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. And tell us where you're from and all of that. So Uncle Dan says he's from Tejas, my state. I don't live there anymore, but I'm always a Texan. Once a Texan, always a Texan. Ozzy's out there. What's up, Ozzy? Rich White, the 1%. He just finished dinner. See, I plan this shit. I know that when people are getting ready to finish their dinner, so we plan it that way. So let's run through the room real quick. We've got a great panel with us. We might have a couple more jumping in, but right now we've got a great panel. Sandhills Shooter. What's up, Sandy? Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. Not much happening here. I'm about ready to eat supper, so I'm going to try and eat and not talk with my mouth full.
Well, right on. Let's see where. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with the Travi Collective and Gary. I'm still wanting to know. I really, really want to know how they infiltrated the Tactical Chicken. That was a little upsetting to me. My buddy Roosted is out there. Roosted Films. How's it going, bro?
Real good. Thanks for the invite, man. Hope everybody's doing real good tonight.
Good. How you been doing? You doing any shooting lately?
Oh, yeah. I was out last weekend trying to keep myself occupied. I've been down a camera, so I ain't been doing much video. So
that's all good. It's all good. As long as you're shooting, we're happy. That's right. We got Nate. What's going on, Nate?
Evening, everybody. What's going on?
Glad to have you. Everything going good with you? Anything new with your world?
Yeah, for sure. I'm on first shift job now, so I've been able to be in some chats lately, and yeah, looking forward to the change.
All right. The Godfather, G Webbs himself. What's going on, G?
Not much. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. Everything going good with you? You want to talk real quick about the 24/7 gun show? I think that's a pretty awesome thing. You got some really cool stuff over there.
Yeah, just set up an auction site that's free for anybody on GunChannels, and then anybody can buy, bid, and win right into auctions. But GunChannels people can post stuff there for nothing.
Okay, so anyone can actually go visit the website and bid and all that, but the only way you can post it is if you're a member of GunChannels. Okay, that's a great idea.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll do some kind of like Antiques Roadshow kind of, hey, this is the stuff in my closet. Who's interested? Type of chats to go along with it. So we had a pretty good one earlier today.
Right. I know that Clover's kind of already seen something that he's interested in. So speaking of which, the Tactical Leprechaun. What's up, Clove? How you doing, man?
I'm a little nervous. Long time listener, first time caller from Texas.
Yeah, first time caller. You're on the air. How you doing there, Clover Tech? As Hank likes to call you, Clover Tactical.
Clover Tactical. Clover Tactical, whatever.
Moo is in the hizzy. All right, so like I said, guys, this long weekend is a great Memorial Day weekend for just being around family and friends. Had to work most of it, which was really busy, which is a good thing, obviously. And got to listen to some really cool chats. I participated in a couple of them. I want to touch on one. Mohawk Boys Sunday night closer chat was pretty awesome. He had a bunch of veterans out there that we joined the call, and he started out the conversation about how we decided to join the military, whatever branch we joined, and kind of got some background stories on that. Then it kind of just it turned into a free for all, and we really, at least I felt bad. We kind of hijacked Midnight Range's chat. What's up, Beaverwood? And we started talking stories about boot camps and different stuff. So, but it was a great chat. I really appreciate it. Last night on Daily Gun Show, G had a couple things and cool videos. He had Ronald Reagan's speech, which was amazing. I hadn't heard that in a while. I've almost forgotten about that, but that was an amazing speech. And then I guess Travis also found a video about the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And it was from Arlington National Cemetery. It's kind of a production of how explaining everything. And I think it was about 8-10 minutes long or whatever. And G played that, and talking about the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers was awesome. And so yeah, it was a great Memorial Day. Obviously, Memorial Day. It sucks that we have to have a Memorial Day because that means we've had people that have died for our freedoms. But we wouldn't be here without them. So. People who, I don't want to say celebrate. I have a hard time saying Happy Memorial Day, and I talk about celebrating Memorial Day, but I thought it was a really cool weekend to see a lot of the shows that were on and their perspective of what Memorial Day is. And, obviously it started out as Decoration Day back in the 1860s, I think right after the Civil War. But, it was just one of those things where it was a great weekend. And thank you for everyone that had a show and participated. And thank you for everyone that, talked about their experiences with the military. It was really cool because, we are, I wouldn't say we're a small knit company, but we are. I mean, it's not everyone was a veteran, but the ones that are, a lot of us don't really necessarily, we'll talk about it, but it's nice to get around in a room sometime and just share stories. And that doesn't happen very often. So it's kind of fun to do that, especially Sunday night. So thanks for all of that. We had a great MRE bracket on Mohawk Boys chat. That was pretty. We had the best, our favorite MREs and the worst MREs. So that was fun as well. So if you missed that, go check out Midnight Range TM's Sunday night chat. It was pretty awesome. I enjoyed it. Got out and shot on the range a couple times. And I want to pass this through the room because I was at the range yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I was doing a video for an optic that was sent to me, and I wish I had it here. But anyways, there was a guy there that was shooting an M16, not M16, an AR-15, and it had an optic on. There was a red dot, and for the life of him, he could not ever get it zeroed. Asked me if I would help him. And have you guys ever heard? I want to say it was a sight mark, but I think it was like a Wolverine. Have you guys ever heard of the Wolverine red dots?
Yeah, usually they're. I've had really good luck out of them. They're pretty solid.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I've never used one of these. We, no matter what we did and how we held it, how we got everything configured between him and myself, we never could get the red dot right above the front sight. So we never could get a really good zero. Is there a special way with that to zero it in?
Not that I'm aware of. So you were trying to get it. At what distance were you going?
100 yards.
Yeah, you should be able to do that.
What you would think. So I told him, what's that? What's up, G?
It was moving, just not enough, or it wasn't moving at all.
It was just it was probably the closest we got it to the front sight was probably about a half an inch. And that's a dramatic distance, you know. I mean, it wasn't even close to where we could get a really good zero. So I told him, call them, tell them what's going on. It might have been defective. They might have a better way of doing it. We took out the base rail out of it to make it, we tried anything and everything, and we never could. The closest we got the red dot to the top of the front sight was about half an inch. And in a red dot scenario, a half an inch is a large space. So I didn't know if you guys had ever, hey, Bud just said he can't jump in. He's at work. No problem, buddy. Rupan, what's going on? Trauma jocks out there. But no, I didn't know if you guys had ever had any problems with those. I never used one before, but I just told them to call them, tell them what's going on. They might send them a new one. I mean, they might have a better way of doing it. But
well, I've had multiple issues with sight mark stuff. I mean, sight mark is what it is. You know, it's cheap optics, but right. The warranty process and all should be good. So that's what I would say.
I think he just got it from the Academy or something. He just bought it.
Or even call them up. I would call them up and talk to them first just to be sure.
That's what I told him to do.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I said, they might be able to tell you a better way of doing it. They might walk you through the process, and we might just be doing something wrong. But I adjusted the elevation. All the way up and all the way down just to try to get that thing to get anywhere near it, and we never could. So,
yeah, sounds like it just may be out of spec.
Troll Daddy, what's up, Grim Garage? Coy, did Coy jump in here or no? All right. Well, if you want to, I did send you. It did have a riser, Jake, and we actually took the riser off of it. Like I said, I spent about 30-45 minutes with this guy's gun, and it was so bad as I didn't even really get to shoot mine a whole lot, but I was just trying to help him, and we took the riser off. We did anything and everything we could try to do, and the best we ever got was about half an inch from above the front sight. So it is what it is, and I told him I'd call him and all that. Patrick's up there. What's going on? So what you guys do for Memorial Day? Anything this weekend that you guys want to talk about? Do you guys go shoot? Or I know, Clover, you were pretty busy getting the man cave worked on, weren't you?
Yeah, off and on. Yeah, we had what all did I do? I don't even remember what I did, but yeah, I stayed busy.
Good. Anybody else get out a chance to go shoot? Roosted or Nate or Sandy or G? Anybody get out and shoot or do anything this weekend?
I did some shooting Friday, but it's been god awful hot these last couple of days. But Sunday I sat around and watched racing. 500 in Monaco. I definitely did some shooting Friday.
Yeah, that was Indy 500 was Sunday. That's right. I'm not a big race guy, but I did watch it for a little bit just because it was Danica Patrick's last race, and then once she wrecked, I kind of just lost interest. But I saw that the winner's name was Will Power. That's a pretty badass name. Will Power won the Indy 500, so I like that name. Let's see here. All right, let's go through the chat real quick and see if I'm missing anything. Yeah, Garage says they do their whole time hold zero. I'm not a big sight mark fan, but I had never even seen this Wolverine brand.
Do you know if it was the CSR or the FSR?
It was the CSR.
That's a close range optic. So,
yeah,
but I wouldn't think that
at 100 yards you still should be able to do it.
Surely, but I'm just saying that's a close range optic.
Yeah,
so. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. he said that he had it when before I got there. He said he was trying to zero it at 50 yards and couldn't get anywhere near the target, so he moved the target up to 100 just to see if it would work. And when I got there, it was already at 100. But he said at 50 was doing the same thing. So
it's not just a lower third co-witness, is it?
What's that?
It's not just a lower third co-witness, where it's designed to be co-witness under the dot.
It was well. I mean, I'm assuming it was designed to be co-witnessed. Like I said, I've never used that one before, but I mean, like I said, it was. And when I was shooting and he was shooting it, I mean, we weren't getting anywhere near the silhouette at 100 yards, anywhere near it. So,
okay, well, that's the main thing. I mean, if you're hitting paper with it, then who cares what his relationship with your front sight post? But if you're hitting paper, then yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it was weird. His brother Dick Trickle, who the hell would name a kid that? Yeah, Dick Trickle would be there. There's some parents that were just pissed off at having a kid. Apparently, that's pretty funny.
Richard, call me Richard, please.
Yeah, please call me Richard Trickle. Well, it's a good question. Tax says, anybody go training? I did not train. I practiced and did a lot of shooting this weekend, but I did not train. Anybody train here at all this weekend? I'm assuming
on which end of the firing line or the
well, yeah, that's true. You probably had your kiddos this weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, we did a little.
Yeah, that's good.
I watched a training session on Sunday.
Watch.
Mrs. Sandhills went to the range, and we've got a friend who Travis is friends with too. She's an instructor, and I wanted to not be the one to try and teach my wife. And Clover, I've heard you talk about this, and that guy's wife talk about this before too. Even if I did know something, which I don't, I'm not the one to teach my own wife anything. And so I wanted to have our friend who is an instructor and also a female just kind of start from the ground up. And we went and did that. And if anybody wants to see her results, just go check out my Facebook page or my Instagram page, because I've got the picture up there with the target. She did really, really well. It's not the first time she's ever pulled a trigger, but it's the first time she's ever actually received any kind of instruction on pulling a trigger. So beginner's luck. I don't think it was luck. I think she's going to be a natural.
Did she? I mean, what I'm saying when I say this, some people get nervous and don't like the training or getting instruction side of things. Did she like that side? I mean, did she? Since it was her first real instruction,
that part was great. If I'd had my choice, we would not have been in an indoor range for her first time, because I think that she's never probably going back to an indoor range, just because she's not used to gunfire as it is, and then having that much of it close around, contained like that, where it's not just loud, but you can feel it. We'll probably do any more shooting that we do will probably be outdoors, but aside from that, no, she took the instruction really well. And I was smart enough to know to keep my mouth shut the whole time, so I did.
Good boy.
Yeah. No, she did really well. And anybody who's in the Lincoln or Omaha area, hit me up and I'll get you contact info, because that was a great person to be teaching. I don't care who you are, man, woman, old, young, doesn't matter. She knows how to relate to people, and that's the best part about an instructor.
Scotsman's out there. Firearms 101's out there. Pacini's out there. Trauma says that he'd let someone else train his wife. She gets too pissy with him. Same here with me. What's up, Rupan? Yeah, my wife doesn't like guns, but if she ever was deciding to go shoot or whatever, it would not be with me for multiple reasons. One, she and I would probably not get along too well on the firing line, and two, I'd be afraid that she would shoot me. I piss her off quite frequently. I don't know how. She says I have a smart ass mouth. I don't know that. I've never heard that from anybody else. I think that she's just a little sensitive, and I can say that because she's never going to see this. So, but no, she and I would not do well on a firing line for sure. Scotsman, you want a link? I can send you one. Just let me know. Anyways, before we move on to the bracket and all that, I want to get a quick public service announcement. So we're going to let this one run real quick. Here we go.
Hey Ghost Squad, this is Sky. At Ghost Tactical, we understand the rising tensions across America regarding guns and gun control. It is more important than ever to be vigilant about our Second Amendment rights. We encourage everyone to stay informed and contact your local, state, and federally elected officials to make sure they are hearing your voice. They represent you, and without your input, their votes may be vulnerable to outside influences. We ask that you actively support any gun rights organizations such as Gun Owners of America, Second Amendment Foundation, Firearm Policy Coalition, and even the National Rifle Association. We understand you may not agree with all the politics involved with some of the organizations, but we encourage you to keep up with and support as many as you can.
And there you go. We've got a couple newbies joining in. We got Philo is out there, Double T's out there. I want to say hello to them. So tonight what we're going to do, like I said, had a long weekend, and I'm not going to lie, it just came down to I was tired, I was too lazy, and I'm too dumb when I'm tired to think of good topics. So I've been kind of wanting to talk about CCW handguns, and there's the new boom of brackets that is out, and everyone's doing brackets, which I actually like. I think they're better than top 5 or top 10 lists, kind of a little competition and all that. And so I decided tonight we're going to do a little CCW gun bracket. And we've got a mixture of semi-autos and revolvers. And there were a few that were going to be obvious choices that I put down. And then I went to my patrons, and I asked my patrons, I need your help. Give me some of the carry guns that you like, or what do you think that the best carry guns are. And I didn't put any stipulations with caliber or revolver, semi-auto, whatever. I just said carry guns. And, you know, we were talking pre-show that we left some off. There was the Desert Eagle was left off, a sawed-off shotgun, the MP5, even a lever action rifle, depending on what you're concealing it with. So we did not get any of those in there, but what we did get is some semi-autos and revolvers. And basically, like I said, I want to thank all my patrons for helping out with what they're thinking and what their favorites were, because that's how I filled the majority of my bracket up. Like I said, there are some obvious ones that are out there that are going to be on this list in the bracket. And as far as the seedings, I didn't really seed it. I just thought of some really interesting matchups, and I didn't want it to, you know, they were pre-bracketed, but they weren't really seeded. But I wanted to make sure there were some interesting potential matchups there. So what we're going to do is, as of right now, and unless it changes, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of us in the room. And since there is an even number in the room, how we're going to do this is we're going to go bracket by bracket. We made a Sweet 16 bracket, and the panelists were all going to get a vote. But the audience as well is going to get a vote. So you're going to be possibly the tie-breaking vote. So what we're going to do is we're going to go bracket by bracket, and then when it cuts down right down to it, you guys are going to have a vote in this as well. So let's get over here real quick and screen share the bracket so everyone gets a chance to see it. So here is the bracket. It is 16 guns, and like I said, we've got a mixture of a little bit of everything. You guys want to talk about any of these guns before we get going? I mean, you know, you guys can see the bracket as well, but do you guys want to say anything about this one or no?
I have a quick question for you, Ghost.
Yeah.
Some of these, like the Ruger LCP or LCR, those come in multiple calibers, so we're just looking at the platform, right?
We're looking at the platform. They're
Okay,
going to that are.
Oh, go ahead.
No. These are going to be platforms because there's a lot of these, like the Shield. There's a lot of these that are coming in multiple calibers. So we're talking about the platform itself.
So when we get to Glock 19, for those of the people that aren't like me and would rather have 40 than 9mm, the 23 would count too on that? Or is that specifically the 9mm version when you get to the Glock?
Specifically the Glock 19, the 9mm, yeah. And I could have put the 26 out there also, 23, but no, I went with the Glock 19 because that is a very popular carry gun, and I think that's for the 9mm reason is I'm assuming that that's one of the reasons why it's a big carry gun. Like I said, the 26 almost made it as well. So, but yeah, when we say that, but most of these, like the Shield, LCR, LCP, the PX4 Storm, some of these come in multiple calibers, but we're going to talk basically the platform itself. So, what I'm going to do real quick. Yeah, what's up?
On the bracket, you said there's this boom in brackets. So as far as I know, Matt did a bracket, and then Midnight did a bracket. And so Midnight does a bracket, it's boom.
No. Clover's doing brackets. Clover and I did a bracket on our Ghost and Clover show. Clover's been doing brackets for the last couple of weeks on his Next Generation show. So it's going to pick up a little bit, which I think, like I said, the top 5, the top 10 is a really cool thing, but the bracket, I think it makes it a little more interesting, and I think everyone kind of likes the bracket style.
Brackets are okay. They were kind of May, but in April or in June, what I'm going to do is pie charts.
Ooh. Now, how is that going to work? Are you going to do the pie charts going to be on the boat or something?
I can't reveal my secrets in this channel.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that. What's up, Liberty Cap? Tack Daddy wants the bracket of the worst brackets. That's something we might have to do. Just saying. Big Racer says if you can't use a 1911, it's a sad date. Actually, the 1911 did not make the list. Not one time was that a 1911 mentioned for my Patreons or anything. So it's interesting.
How about a top 5 of the top 5 best?
There are some 1911 style, but not in the 45 ACP. No one specifically said, what would you say?
Oh, I was just saying we could do a top 5 worst brackets.
Top 5 worst brackets. We can do a bracket of the worst brackets. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Eventually, just to make everybody happy, we're going to have to do like a best 1911 bracket, apparently.
Do we have to? Do we have to do that?
I don't want to. I'm putting that out there for somebody else's channel. I'm not a 1911 guy.
I'm not either. I mean, and I think that there could be another bracket for CZs. I mean, there's so many different things. Best Glock, or in a lot of people's case, worst Glocks. I mean, whatever. There's so many brackets you could do with, but yeah, there's absolutely. Are you kidding me? If there's no 1911, he's gonna cry now. Oh, that's Gunpowder says he's gonna cry. There's no 1911.
You know why there's got to be a CZ bracket?
1911, and it might have made the bracket, kiddo. What'd you say?
You know why there's got to be a CZ bracket? Because there's going to be a 1911 bracket, and CZs do everything 1911s do.
Yeah, so there's going to be a CZ bracket out there. And like I said, there are some 1911 style. There's a couple on this list, so just hold your horses. Hold your horses. All right, so what we're going to do, the game plan is this. The panelists are going to make sure no one else has jumped in at this point. So we still have the 6 of us, and then we will use game 7 as the audience will get a vote. Now, when it comes time to vote from the audience, please just vote once. Please just vote once. You'll get 30 seconds to vote, and y'all will make up that last vote. And there very well could be the tie-breaking vote as well. So you want your link, Scotsman? All right. Let's see here. You know what? I would love, hey, if somebody else joins Scotsman, I'll get you one. But right now, I like the way it is. It's even number, and we use the audience as the tiebreaker vote. So if there's someone else that jumps in, I will bring you in for sure. But right now, I want to keep it an even number in here, and we'll go that way. But so let's get it kicked off. Guitar Man's out there. Juice is out there. Let's get it going. The first matchup is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield versus the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 38. Now, the Bodyguard 38 is not the semi-auto. This is the revolver edition of the Bodyguard. So the M&P Shield, it makes no difference of caliber. The M&P Shield versus the Bodyguard 38 revolver. Audience, you guys are on the clock right now, so you guys have 30 seconds. So either say Shield or 38, and here we go. looks like the Shield is taking a huge lead right off the bat on the gun channels side. Nobody, but on the YouTube, it is definitely gonna. I don't even think we need to wait anymore because the 38 will never catch up. So the Shield is going to get 1 vote. So now let's go to Sandhills. The Shield or the 38, the Bodyguard 38.
All right, hold on here.
Oh, gee, I wonder, huh?
Let me just shuck that right out of the holster.
Right. So 2 votes for the Shield. Roosted, Shield or the Bodyguard 38? Roosted might be eating. Oh, he's awake.
No, I was just stuck on mute. I'm going to go with the Shield, man.
All right, so that's 3 votes for the Shield. And let's go Nate, Shield or the Bodyguard 38?
I'm going to go Revolver, Bodyguard 38.
There you go. So it's 3-1. Oh, Tack shows up. He shows up when, he's one of those guys like the football players that doesn't want to go to the training camps when it's hot, and he doesn't want to do that, but he wants to show up when the lights turn on. So he doesn't want to be here for the entire pre-show, but he wants to show up when the lights turn on. So, thank you for blessing us with your presence, bro.
You mentioned you needed an extra to come in to bring in Homeboy, so I'm here to help you. And this,
all right, I'm going to go and get.
I don't know where it comes from, but yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. I want to.
All day.
I don't know if I've got Scotsman's email address or not.
I do. If you don't,
will you put in the side chat? I don't think I've got Scotsman's email, which is weird. I don't know why not, but Scotsman, I'm sending you an email here shortly. And now that we've got that done, so Tack, do you want to go with Shield or do you want to go with the Bodyguard 38 revolver?
Shield all day.
Shield, pretty much.
Shield.
Let's go ahead.
If you have this thing set up right, it'll be the Shield versus the 19 in the final. We'll have to flip a coin.
I don't know if it will. I don't know if it will or not, but we'll see how the bracket's set up, and it might. But all right, hold on here. Let me get link.
I'd like to say I don't think any other gun on this bracket has the time-proven record of that revolver.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be interesting because there are some people that really, really do. I'm not a revolver guy, but there are a lot of people that swear by the revolvers and different revolvers out there. So it's just going to be really interesting to hear what people think. All right, Scotsman. So I just sent your an email to you just for shits and giggles. Let's see here. Crazy Glocksman. G, between the Shield and the Bodyguard 38, if you had to choose one, what would you choose?
I feel like when Matt does a bracket, he leaves it up on the screen so we can see it all the time. So I don't remember what the other
look at the chat too, because unlike Matt, I don't ignore my chat either. So if I'm screen sharing, I guess I could screen share it, but you'd also be looking at the chat as well. So
but I don't remember what the 38 is. I know the Shield part.
It's Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 38. It's a little 38 special revolver, and it's just.
Are there going to be other revolvers on the bracket?
Yes, there are other revolvers. Yes, I tell you what, I will screen share the bracket.
I realized I had to memorize it earlier.
There it is. There it is, right there. So yes, there are other revolvers out there.
Then I'm definitely going with the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard, just to screw with all you Shield lovers.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I hear you. Clover.
I don't care for either one. That said, I have never been a S&W autoloader guy, so I'm going with the revolver. I'm going with the
there you go.
R38.
And I believe everyone knows that my 99% EDC is the Shield, so obviously I'm going with the Shield. So let's come over here to the bracket, and I'm just going to put Shield right there. All right. Did Scotsman make it in yet? I don't think he has. Let's see here. I guess I can still screen share. I guess
he just came in.
He just came in. All right, on. All right, so now we're back to an even number in here, which gives us
hold on, you're just working with one monitor?
I'm low rent here, man. I don't have my studio set up.
I didn't realize you were crippled with one monitor. That makes it impossible.
I'm crippled at my office. Yes, I am crippled.
All right. Then I can understand why you have the handicap.
Yeah.
It's not like Matt's brackets, but it's close.
Well, I mean, not all of us can be, never enough ammo or Mr. Matt. So maybe one day, I'll be held.
Thank God. Can you imagine more than one of him?
I know, right? I want to stop screen sharing, but I'm going to go. The bracket right here we're going with next is the Taurus PT-111 and the Glock 43. And if some people aren't really up on the Glock calibers, the Glock 43 is the 9mm. So is Taurus PT-111 versus the Glock 43. So we're going to go over here. So all I want you to say is the PT-111 or 43 out in the chats, and you go right now. So the 43 is jumping out into an early lead. Rupan says the 43 on the gun channel side. It looks like the 43 is, 43 looks like it's going to take it because I haven't seen one for the PT-111 yet. I say that Andrew puts PT-111, but it is Gunpowder says PT-111. All right, it is definitely going to be the 43 as far as the crowd votes go. So they get one vote. Let's go backwards now. And by the way, welcome, Scotsman. Appreciate you jumping in, buddy. How's everything going with you?
Not too bad. Appreciate the invite.
As always, yeah. Let's go backwards this time. So we're going to start with Clover. And I think I know where he's going with this, but we'll say the 43 or the PT-111. What do you think?
All I'm hearing is 43. I don't hear another option. That's all I'm hearing. 43. Does it really matter after you give the option of the 43? Does it matter? I don't think it does. 43.
Well, to some people it may, but you never know. G, Glock 43 or the PT-111?
43.
43. Tack?
43.
43, he says. Nate, 43 or the PT-111?
Glock 43. Glock 43 don't discriminate.
That's right. I want to see if this is going to be a clean sweep or not. Roosted?
I like a nice Taurus revolver, but I'm not going to bet my life on a PT-111, so I'm going to have to go with the 43.
There you go. Sandy?
Man, I have my reasons. I'm not going to get into it with everybody it's voting against me, but I'm going to say Taurus.
There you go. Hey, there's no right or wrong answer, guys. These are, we're having 16 guns that are relatively popular in the world for concealed carry. So there might be some people out there watching right now that are new to guns and or getting ready to get their concealed carry license or whatever. And this might actually help them. So I want to preface this by saying that just because one of these guns may not win its matchup, we're talking 16 guns that are wildly popular around the world for concealed carry. So if you're looking for a gun, we have guns ranging from, under $200 on this bracket to $1,000. So, use all of these. If you're interested in looking at concealed carry guns, some of these might be really good options for you. So there's no right or wrong answer, and it's just how you feel about this gun. So, Scotsman, 43 of the PT-111.
I have to ask real fast, is this PC or non-PC?
I don't care. Go for it.
All right. Well, first off, I'm not going to trust a piece of shit PT-111 with my life. So as much as it pains me to say this, the 43.
All right. Yeah, I don't mind a little cussing. I just don't want it to take over the chat. So I'm sure everyone here understands that. But it looks like everyone's out there is saying the 43. Firearm says don't ask Scotsman. So let's see here. David Bowling says there's no right or wrong answer as long as you agree with me completely. Let's see here. I'm not even. Was there a discussion going on, Clover, about someone limp wristing something?
Yeah, all the people that want to talk about limp wristing. It's like, well, you know, with that one, if you limp wristed, it won't fire. Well, what kind of bad form do you got if you're limp wristing anyway? Learn to shoot.
Well, yeah, that's a whole different issue. That's a whole different issue.
If we're talking CCW versus target gun, so target gun, sure. Why does it have to work in any kind of austere condition? But a CCW gun, if you wake up knowing you're in a gunfight because you're being kicked in the ribs in between two cars in the parking lot, yeah, you're going to have a bad grip on that gun, maybe.
Yeah.
And that gun better go off.
That gun better go off, yes. And I think a cool bracket we might do maybe next week would be different kind of, you know, maybe it might have to be 16. It might be a 4, but a different ammo for concealed carry. That'd be kind of a cool bracket, you know, because there's not just, you know, the critical defense isn't the only hollow point out there that's good for home defense. So, or self-defense. So we might have to do a little ammo bracket for CCW. That'd be interesting. But I'm trying to keep everything kind of CCW right now because there's a lot of people now. The weather's nice. At least in my hometown and in my area, there's a bunch of CCW classes going on because people can get out and shoot now. So this might be the time where people start thinking about taking some training or some instruction and getting their concealed carry license. So that's why I'm trying to do a lot of CCW right now, because I think this is kind of when a lot of people jump into it because it's summertime and people are traveling and all that good stuff. So yeah, the Hornady critical defense. Yeah, but that's not the only one that's out there. So it is what it is. All right. So the Glock 43 makes that one. Now, this one could be interesting. The next one is, I guess I can just share this. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but it's all good. I do it for my.
Hey, I stuck it up on my screen. You can just click over to my screen and leave your screen as it is. Just click.
Beautiful. Yeah. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. So the next one is going to be the Ruger LCR versus the Glock 42. Ruger LCR versus the Glock 42. For you non-Glock, intellectuals, the Glock 42 is the 380 version. So the Ruger LCR, which is the revolver, and the Glock 42. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to the crowd right now. So I want to see LCR or 42. You have 30 seconds starting now. So let's see here. G says the LCR on the gun channel side. Rupan says the 42. So they're splitting. Yeah. Ooh, it's actually going to be close. This is going to be interesting. I think the 42 is maybe pulling away a little bit. Yeah, the 42 is pulling away, but it got interesting there for a little bit. You could
pick head-to-heads, or did you say you randomly picked these head-to-heads, or did it like Matt? He tried to do it strategically.
No. These were just, I threw them on there, and I tried not to put like a Glock 42 and a Glock 43 head-to-head. I wanted some interesting matches, but they were not seeded by in any way, shape, or form. They were just.
Because I like that, because Matt would have put, in Matt's chat, he would have put 43 and 42 together, and that would have been like.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. It's looking like the 42, but it's not by a huge amount. It's actually surprising to me. I figured the
close.
LCR,
There's a lot of LCRs showing up on the YouTube side.
Yeah, there are, but there's a lot more 42s.
This would be so much easier if they just like super chatted you $5 if it was one thing and super chatted you $7 if it was the other. Because then you
that would be great. Except I'm still waiting for 2.5 months now to get my monetization back. I passed the threshold in March, and I'm still waiting to get monetized again. So they couldn't super chat if they wanted to. But yeah, it's gonna be 42 is going to get the first vote. 42 is going to win it, but it was closer than I thought. I actually thought the LCR might pull that out, which is interesting to me. So
I got the 42 by like 1, and I don't have the gun channel side up. I haven't counted.
The gun channel side, we've got it's split. It's split 1-1. Rupan voted 42, and G voted the LCR. There was a late push in the LCR, huh? All right, so voting is over. Midnight Range TM is the last. So I tell you what, I'm going to go back and count the 42s. If Clover, can you count the LCRs for me in the YouTube side?
Yeah.
I'll count the 42s. I have 16 42s. Voting has stopped, guys. We're at midnight range TM where he says LCR is the last one we counted. So
got 15 LCRs up until midnight.
I had 16. So the 42 gets it by literally one vote. So the 42 is going to get the viewers' vote. So let's now go to the panel, and we'll start backwards. We'll go with Scotsman. The 42 or the LCR?
LCR.
LCR is going to get some love. So it's 1-1. Sandhills.
You mean 380 versus potentially 357? LCR.
All right. 2-1 LCR. All right. Roosted.
I got to go with the 357 LCR.
There you go. 3-1 LCR. Nate.
LCR.
4-1 LCR. Tack.
What are the options?
LCR or the Glock 42?
Oh my God. I guess the LCR because at least it's a 9mm.
The LCR is a revolver.
Oh, the LCR.
Yeah, you're talking about the LC9. No, the LCR is a revolver.
You can get a 9mm LCR.
Well, yeah, but we're talking. It's I think they come in at 38, 357 is what they're most commonly used at.
That's that Ruger like polymer combo, the lightweight.
Yeah. All one.
I'm gonna go back to reliability of Glock. Stay there.
Okay, so there you go. 4-2. G.
LCR. That kind of does it right there. Clover. This could be interesting for you.
Oh, it's 42.
Yeah. Okay. I know you like your revolver guy, but I know that you're also a fan of the 42. So
42.
All right, but LCR moves on for sure, which is kind of what I thought was going to happen. But man, I was really thought it would be more of a landslide, at least in the chat. So the LCR moves on. All right. So the next.
What was your vote?
Huh? My vote would be the 42. But the LCR already had enough to. When you voted the LCRG, that put it over the edge.
Oh, now I feel even better. I carry an LCR.
There you go. So the next one's going to be the Bodyguard and the SIG P229. So the Bodyguard is the 380. Excuse me, the 229 comes in multiple different calibers. So we're not going to talk caliber with the 229. We're going to just talk the platform of the 229. But we're going to go to Smith & Wesson Bodyguard, which is a 380 little pocket gun, and the SIG P229. So let's see the chat side. I want to see the 229 or the Bodyguard. You can just put Smith or SIG if you want to. And we're going to go starting right now. And it looks like the SIG is jumping out to a commanding early lead on the YouTube side. On the gun channels, Rupan says he can't stand the Bodyguard. Vanessa says, where's the Coonan on that chart? Coonan didn't make the cut, kid. Sorry. Okay. I think we can just kind of go ahead and say that the SIG is walking away with the popular viewer vote. So let's go through the room, and we're going to go Clover. Bodyguard or the 229?
I know my feelings on S&W autoloaders, so
I know.
SIG.
On SIG, huh? All right. G.
Which one's the 229?
It's the
little one?
It's a little one, yeah.
It's not that little single action 1911 looking pocket gun.
No, that's the 238, I believe. The 238 slash
938.
938 are basically the same. So
what's 229? Is it a single action striker fire?
It's the double action single action. I think it's like the
It's the same as a 228, but something they've changed something to be American version, right?
I don't know. That doesn't help me know. So I'm going to do the Bodyguard, though. I think the Bodyguard is innovative.
It's kind of like a compact or more compact 226.
If it's
but
double
it's still a
I'll never.
It's
vote
still like a double stack 9.
I'll never vote for double action, single action. That's dumb. But the bodyguard I thought was pretty innovative at the time. It was like a Celtic with an integrated laser, so it wasn't great, but at least it was a step towards an interesting direction. But and it was solid, but it's not great. But out of those two, I'm picking it.
Okay, so you're going bodyguard. All right, 2-1 bodyguard. Tack, bodyguard or the P229?
This is where brackets start to suck.
Yeah.
If I had to take one, I guess the SIG.
SIG. All right. Yep. There's no right or wrong answer. Like I said, there's no right. This is what makes this brackets fun. So Nate, SIG or Smith, bodyguard?
I'll go with the SIG on this one. The only thing that the bodyguard does better is concealability. You can do so much more with the SIG, so SIG.
Okay. Roosted, SIG or the bodyguard?
Unlike G, I actually really like the double single action trigger, so I'm going with the SIG.
All right. Sandhills.
SIG.
And Scotsman.
No question, SIG.
All right. So P229 moves on into the second round. So the next round is the top right of the bracket, the SIG P938 and the Honor Defense Honor Guard. I don't know much about. I've heard of it. I've never been around one, but that actually for my patrons got some love from several people, so I threw it on there. So the SIG P938 and the Honor Guard from Honor Defense.
Wow.
You guys have much experience with the Honor Guards? I mean, I know it could get
the Honor Guard. If I may, the Honor Guard is pretty much a dolled up high point.
Okay,
it's a veteran company. That's the sad part. It's a veteran company, which I honestly support veterans, but the gun sucks.
Yeah, it actually got some love from my patrons. So it was mentioned by several different people. So I threw it on there as a dark horse, obviously, but it looks like, okay, so let's just go SIG or Honor Guard in the chat. Go ahead, and it's already started. The 938 is kind of pulling up. We've got an Honor Guard vote out there, so let's go ahead and see what the vote. You've got about 30 seconds, so looks like the SIGs, I mean, I understand that it looks like it's going to run away, but Einstein's over there on the gun channel side. What's up? Rupan says the 938. Yeah, it looks like the SIG's going to walk away with this one, which is not surprising. I don't even know if a lot of people even really know much about the Honor Guard. Like I said, I've heard of it. I've never been around one.
It's basically a cross between a high point and a Taurus PT111.
Okay.
But way grittier. If you rack that slide, it's way grittier. I mean, it's literally like going across train tracks, racking the slide.
I got you. Clover, you've got Honor Guard, don't you, or something?
No, I don't. I've shot them. No. I don't agree with the assessment on the Honor Guard, but
where does the high point?
I believe that the modular capabilities, like the SIG, are innovative. I didn't have a problem the ones I've shot with the way the slide racks. The earlier models had some issues, so I don't know if opinions are coming from that or what, but I mean their service is pretty good. And
I haven't dealt with any of the newer ones. I dealt with them from the minute they launched back almost 2 years ago. And
they had problems.
Absolute junk.
The first year they did have several problems.
I got you.
No denying that.
I don't know much about them, so. But from the crowd, from the viewer poll, it's definitely the SIG. So let's run through the room. Let's start with Scotsman on this one. I'm assuming you're not going to go Honor Guard.
Your assumption would be correct.
All right. Let's see here. Sandy.
Okay, real quick question. Scotsman, you said it's kind of like the high point, and then you said it sucks. But what about a high point sucks other than they're fugly? Because I've never read a review or heard people say the high point failed them. I know you don't carry it, but I mean, the high points go bang when you pull the trigger. They're ugly.
See, that's the thing though. So I don't know what you do for a living, but what I do for a living is I sell guns.
I know. That's what I'm asking you.
And I've dealt with this for the longest time. So 9 years I've been in this business. I have seen so many high points fail.
Okay.
And I've sent so many back for repair. Now, yes, they have a lifetime warranty, but what we say in the industry is they have a lifetime warranty for a good reason.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know anything about the Honor Guard, but I do know that the 938 seems to be pretty reliable. So we'll go that one.
Yeah. Yep. You know, long history, good gun. You know, you can go the 938, the 238, but you know, 938 is a little bit bigger. But yeah, as far as a high point goes, I think everyone knows I'm a high point fan. For what they are, they do go bang. You know, obviously, I'm not going to have it as my first choice if I've got multiple choices, but I do own several high points.
I will say this, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but the carbines. The carbines supposedly function really, really well.
Awesome. I've got 2 of them.
The pistols are where all the issues are.
Yeah, I've got the 9mm, and I've never had an issue with it. They're heavy. You can use them as a boat anchor. Yes, all that is true. I've never had a cycling or a malfunction with them. I've never had one issue with the handgun. As far as the carbines go, the carbines are badass. I've got a 9 and a 45, and they're awesome. So I will definitely go to bat for the carbines. I will go to bat for the pistols because, me personally, I have not had one issue with it. Like I said, they're heavy, they're ugly, they are what they are. But for an inexpensive handgun, they are pretty damn good. But High Point didn't make the list, so we shall move on. So everyone so far is SIG. Roosted, what you got? SIG, P938, or the Honor Guard?
I honestly don't know much about either one, but I guess I'll go with SIG on reputation alone, I suppose.
Okay, that's fine. Nate, what about you?
I'm gonna go with Honor Guard. You could buy 2 of the Honor Guards and ankle carry the other one for the price of that SIG. So
that's actually true. You can have a backup to the Honor Guard in case one malfunctions. You've got the other one.
Plus, I just don't recommend anybody carry a 1911 style gun for self-defense. So, because I'm not a safety guy on carry guns. So that's my opinion.
I hear you. TAC, SIG, P938, or the Honor Guard?
I'll go bougie, the expensive thing.
There you go. G?
So that Honor Guard looks like a modular chassis, like one of them other versions of SIG, right? And the new gun, and I guess you're saying that it had an evolution in design or something, and now it's got...
I don't know anything about it. Apparently, it has had an evolution, at least in the trigger or something.
But a single action, a tiny gun in a single action that requires you to use the safety, to have to manipulate a tiny little safety. I can't imagine why you would ever imagine that would be an option to carry, especially in a pocket. But in a CCW situation, 1911 is one thing, but a tiny 1911, never. So Honor Guard.
It's difficult.
G-Webs.
So you're going Honor Guard, I guess, just because you're going against the 938?
Me? Yeah. Plus, I kind of like the idea of a company. I don't like the freaking Honor Guard written down the side of it, but heck, if somebody wants to make a company and they're going to do through the machining, they get a little bit of a go or a slide because they're a new company. If they're from the manufacturing world, then I don't want to give them so much of a slide. But people are going to buy the first versions of guns sometimes just to see a company happen, right? Like the Hudson or whatever, and then they know that it's going to have potentially some bugs, but they've got one of the first gens, and then as it develops, that's why they're buying it, to contribute as a capitalist to a company. So I'm okay with the Honor Guard being a new company, and I like the idea of a modular chassis that isn't SIG. So yeah. So I'm not just going against the stupid.
I've never been around one, but like I said, I was surprised, but it was mentioned several times by my patrons to put on the list. So there you go. So I might have to look into one. If nothing else, I think my local gun shop might have one. And if it's used, then I might ask if I can go and shoot it and then bring it back to them. Because like I said, I've never been around one. So it'd be interesting. Clover, what you think?
Well, one thing to kind of add on to the company perspective a little bit, because I did talk with them at NRA. And I asked him about future models and stuff because for the last couple of years or whatever, it's just been the Honor Guard, right? And I'm like, y'all plan on making a different model, or y'all have any other different designs or whatever in the works? And he's like, no, until we get this one right and the best it can possibly be, we're not moving on to another model. So I thought that was kind of cool. And like I said, he did talk about the problems early on. There's a lot of smack talk about drop safe. SIG had the same issue, by the way, and Honor Defense has got a voluntary recall the same as SIG, if that's an issue for you. If you don't like being able to smack it with a hammer and make it go off, then take part in that. Anyway, I fall on the side. My brother's got a 938. I hate the feel. It's entirely too much manipulation. I kind of agree with G on that, so I'm going Honor Guard.
All right. I'm going Honor Guard as well, but I think that my count says a SIG won 5-4. So SIG is still going to move on, but that was closer. I honestly didn't know how many people would vote for the Honor Guard. Like I said, I agree with what you guys are saying. I do like the fact that it's a veteran-owned company. And yes, they're new and they're still trying to figure out the gun market. And when you're talking about something that is not necessarily a new innovation as far as a new type and style of gun, breaking into the gun industry is difficult. But let's see what happens in the next couple of years. And like Clover said, there could be some different models and some different platforms that are going to be coming down the line from them. So I'm interested to see what they are. Like I said, I think my local shop might have a used one in stock. I might have to go see if I can take it to the range for a day and bring it back. But I'm going to vote Honor Guard just because I hope they succeed and they're a veteran owned. So, but SIG does move on by one.
People are talking about the Glock fanboys or whatever, but this SIG sisterhood seems pretty strong.
It does, doesn't it? Local wants to know if the Glock 36 is in this bracket. Negative. Ghost Rider. Let me. I'm going to lock on to G-Webs real quick, and this is the bracket right here. You can kind of take a look at it. So we just finished the top right, the P938 Honor Guard. What's that?
My picture's from long before, so I don't have it all filled in.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I can tell you right now, as far as G's go, the Shield moves on, the Glock 43 moves on, the LCR moved on, the P229 moves on, and now the P938 moves on. So our next matchup is the Ruger LCP and the CZ P01. This one could get interesting because there's a lot of CZ fanboys out there. But if you go by the industry numbers, the Ruger LCP is the best-selling CCW gun for like the last 5 or 6 years or something. So this could be really, really interesting. So I'm going to go out to the crowd first, and I want to see either CZ or LCP. Now the LCP is the 380 semi. This is not a revolver. This is a 380 semi, and the CZ is the I believe that's a 9mm. Is it not? I believe the PO1's a 9mm.
Yeah, it's the 4-inch polymer frame. Yeah, decocker only, I believe.
Yeah. So wow, LCP is kind of taking a quick lead over here on the YouTube side. On the gun channel side, Rupan says LCP. So. Oh, CZ starting to get some love. You can only vote once, Pacini. I'm going to count one of those CZs.
Actually, I think the CZ is an aluminum frame. I'm not 100%. I'd have to look it up. Oh, that could be.
I'm going to give you guys 10 more seconds, and then we might have to count because this is getting close. All right, Native. Okay, I'm going to go. All right, Iceman's going to be the last vote. So Solitary Maverick is the last vote. And can someone count the CZs, and I will count the LCPs.
Right now. So Maverick was the last one, right?
Maverick was the last one. So I'm gonna start. I'll do the LCPs, and you go with the CZ. Okay. I counted 10 LCPs.
I got 11 on the YouTube side for CZ.
You got 11, and I had 1 and 1 split. So the CZ takes it by 1 from the viewer side. So CZ has a 1-0 lead by 1. Interesting.
It was tight on the gun side.
It's tight on the gun channels. So that's why I said they won by 1, because they did split on the gun channels 1-1. I think Rupan had the LCP and maybe Einstein had the CZ. All right. So Clover, LCP or the CZ?
LCP.
LCP. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Good idea there, G. Thanks. G, LCP or the CZ?
Yeah, I'm in a pickle now because
I am in a pickle. I put you in a pickle.
It would normally be hashtag never Ruger because of the whole 10-round mag thing. Plus
Right.
they won't the factory, and I have a grudge. But I don't want to vote for ISIS either, so I'm going to give my vote to Sandhills and let him make the decision.
Oh, so Sandy's going to get 2 votes. Let's go ahead and jump to Sandy then real quick. You get 2 votes then, buddy.
Wow, with great power comes great responsibility.
Correct. That is correct, yes.
I'm going to have to say LCP.
LCP gets 2 votes. All right. TAC, CZPO1 or the LCP?
I have no experience with the CZ, so I got to go with the LCP.
Okay. So LCP. Nate, what you say?
I'll go with the PO1, and I do want to clarify it is the alloy frame, the aluminum frame.
Aluminum alloy?
On that. Yeah.
Okay.
But for the same reason I voted for the 229, you can do a lot more with the PO1 than you can the LCP.
Yeah. Sure. Roosted, what you say?
I'm going to go with the CZ. I like an all-metal gun.
There you go. It's getting close. Scotsman.
You know where I'm going, brother. CZ, baby.
There you go. So, damn, it is 4-4, and it's going to come down to me. And I'm going LCP. I do like a great the bodyguard and the LCP for me are great for little pocket carry 380s. And I think that there are so many guns out there that the CZ are like, but there are very few guns like the LCP and the bodyguard. So I think they're extremely important, especially for female shooters. Some of them will be able to put in their purse. So I think that the versatility, even though it's a 380 round, I think the versatility of the LCP is something that can be attractive to a lot more people. So I'm going to go LCP, and that might throw the world off a little bit. The Ruger beat CZ, but I am going to go LCP on that one. And unfortunately, I had the tiebreaker, didn't I? I did. That was
you got a few people out there calling rigged.
Well, yeah. I don't know how it's rigged. I mean, it's 4-4, and I have a vote too. So it is what it is. Rich Wright wants to know, how is CZ ISIS? G, go for it.
You have to talk to Yankee on that one. The Yankee
send that question to shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com. So, all right. So this next one could be interesting. The next one could be very, very interesting. It is going to be the Smith & Wesson 642 and the Beretta PX4 Storm. And I put sub on there just because that's the subcompact's probably going to be more of what people would carry. But I'll just go the PX4 Storm platform once again because multiple calibers and all that. So the PX4 Storm versus the Smith & Wesson 642 revolver. And I believe that one is, can that go 38 and 357, or is that just more of a 38? I think it's 38, isn't it?
That's a 38.
Okay, 38 only? Okay. So that's a 38. The Smith & Wesson 642 and the Beretta PX4 Storm. So, yeah, I know, Philo, you'll never forgive me. I'm sorry. Is Ghost a shill? Holy shit, am I a shill? Wow. All right, it is getting interesting out there. It's Ghost Chack. Of course I'm rigging it, right, Mel? That's right. I didn't rig it to be a 4-4. It just happened to be 4-4, and I voted the LCP. So anyways, let's go to the viewers out there, the 642 or the PX4 Storm.
642 is taking off with Elite, man.
Okay. PX4 is kind of coming back. Yeah, and we're not talking calibers on the Storm, so it could be, you know, whatever caliber you want. We're talking the platform in this one. This is going to be close. On the gun channel side.
So the revolver has to be a 38, but the Storm can be whatever caliber it wants.
That's correct.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
he did specify the 642, and the 642, unfortunately, is just a 38. So
that's right. That was something that was brought up by several people as their favorite carry gun. So the 642 is the one that got put down there. All right. So let's see here. Rupan says 642. Einstein says PX4. So they're splitting the vote again on the gun channel side. We're going to give you about 5 more seconds, and
all right, I'll count the 642s if you want to count the other.
All right, so do you see where it says last vote out there? That's the last one. So
gotcha.
All right, so which one are you gonna get?
642.
All right, so I'll get the PX4. All right.
In match chat, we don't have dead air in the brackets like this.
Yep, that's right. I have 8 for the PX4 Storm.
I got 14 for the 642.
Right. So the 642 is going to get the viewer vote. Which way did I end up with? Did I end up with Scotsman last time? I think I did. So we're going to start this one with Scotsman. So what say you, laddie?
I'm going to go 642.
All right. Sandhills.
642.
642. Let's see here. Roosted.
PX4 Beretta makes a great double single action.
There you go. Nate.
642. It's got the track record, and you could probably actually find spare parts for it. Here if you actually needed them.
Yeah. Tack. What are you dry firing over there, by the way?
All right, I'm back. What's that question?
You've got the Smith & Wesson 642 revolver or the Beretta PX4 Storm.
What caliber is the 642?
642 is a 38 special. I think it's a plus P.
Yeah, it's plus P.
I'm going to go with the Smith & Wesson on that one.
Okay. G-Webs.
642 is an airweight also, not just 350. I mean, not just 38, but it's like their lightweight frame.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a small one. It's a good one.
Just to clarify, but there was no choice. It's Smith & Wesson for sure.
Okay. Clover?
642.
All right. I think you guys know that I'm a Beretta fan, so there is my PX4 Storm subcompact. That's what I'm going with. Love this little bad boy right here. If you never shot one of these, they are wonderful, but I'm going to go with the PX4, but it was 7-2 for the 642. So the 642 moves on.
And don't get me wrong, I love a good Beretta, but
I understand. No, I understand. Like I said, there's no right or wrong.
642 hits that one for me.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, that's why there's some really good matchups. And like I said, there's no right or wrong answer, because for someone that doesn't like revolvers, then it is what it is. So the next one we're going to talk about is on the bracket. Let me walk over to here. So the 642 moves over here. We're looking now at the bottom right, the Glock 19 versus the Bursa Thunder. Just, it is what it is. The Thunder actually got a couple votes out there. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to say Bursa or 19 on the viewer side. So go for it. Voting starts now. G19 or the Bursa. I had I imagine that this probably isn't going to be very close.
I will let you count the 19s. I'll count the bursts.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
It's kind of like David and Goliath here.
David and Goliath, or David and not even Goliath. I mean, not even David. It's going to be Goliath and an ant.
It looks like you're counting, and I'm not.
Exactly. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to say the 19 gets the viewer vote. Like I said, there's some of these that you just threw in there, and it is what it is. But so we'll start with Clover, 19 or the Burst of Thunder. He might not even be wanting to answer this. We'll come back to Clover here in a minute. G, 19 or the Burst of Thunder?
19.
All right. Tack, I know what you're going to say, but
19 all day.
Yeah, I figured.
The
Nate,
final and beyond.
I understand.
It's a rhetorical
Nate,
question.
It is a rhetorical question, yes. Roosted.
Definitely the 19.
All right, so we're going to move on. I'm assuming Sandy and Scotsman, are you going to say the 19 as well?
I'm going to give the underdog some love and say Glock 19.
It's a Glock. I'm going with the Bursa.
All right, just because, right, Scotsman? All right. Glock 19 is going to move on. I don't think anyone saw that one coming. That might be the Cinderella story as a Glock 19. All right, so now we get to move over. Let's click back on G's. We're back in the second round now, and we have going with the Shield, M&P Shield versus the Glock 43. This is going to be, there's going to be some good matchups from here on out, guys. So the Shield and the Glock 43. So we're going to have the fan viewing. I want to either say Shield or 43, and voting starts now. Shield or the 43?
This will be an interesting one.
It's going to be, it could be, the rest of them could be interesting. See, on the gun channel side.
To me, there's only one real deciding factor between these two guns.
What's that?
There's only a real one difference, like one differentiating factor between these two guns, and that's the grip size. Like, other than that, they're pretty much the same gun.
It really kind of depends on are you a Smith guy or a Glock or whatever,
I think my 8-round magazine and my Shield would beg to differ.
Can you show the thing on your screen again, and I'll do it where it's like filled in more?
Oh yeah.
So since you're a Glock guy, I'll count the 43s and you can count the Shields to make it more fair.
Okay. So I'll count Shields. All right, here we go. I'm going to hold on here when we get to go last vote. So I just typed it in. All right, here we go. Okay, I've got 13 Shields on the YouTube side. And once again, the gun channels, I think Einstein and Rupan are literally just splitting votes. So I've got, how many did I say on the Shields? 13 or 14, 13?
13. You said 13. I got 14 on the Glock. So Glock has it by one.
And Shields have 13. So the 43 and it's going to get the viewer vote. So the 43's got one. All right. So let's go Scotsman.
Shield.
Okay. Sandy.
This is the decision I had to make when I bought my Shield, and I saved $200 and I get one or two more in my magazine. So Shield.
There you go. Let's see here. Roosted.
I'm going to go with the Shield as long as I can put an Apex trigger in it and still save $150.
There you go. Nate.
Shield has been out longer, and I have man hands, so Shield.
All right. Tack. Kevin, you got the M&P Shield versus the Glock 43. What say you?
My bad. Shield.
Shield. All right.
Shield versus 19 final. If all goes well.
All right. G-Webs.
Hashtag never shield. Glock.
All right. And Clover, I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say, but what say you?
Hashtag no Smith autoloaders. Glock.
Plus, you carry a 43, don't you?
Nah, 42.
Oh, 42. Okay. I'm going to go Shield. It's my everyday carry. I do love Glocks, but my everyday carry is a Shield for a reason. I love it. So I'm going to go Shield. Shield wins 6-3. 6-3, the man says. So Shield moves on. All right. In the lower left of your bracket, we have coming up, we have the Ruger. What's that? What's that?
Screen share it again so I can take a picture of it with the filled in more.
Oh, screen shared mine. Okay, I'll screen share it real quick. Screen share. Okay, there's my screen share. So we're in the lower left, which is going to be the Ruger LCR versus the SIG P229. Ruger LCR SIG P229. We have a revolver and a semi. So, you done filling it in, or want me to wait for a second?
No, we're good. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go back over here to the chat. So we're going to say vote right now, and we're going to go LCR and the SIG. So what say you in the audience? We've got, oh my gosh, for the first time, Rupan and Einstein and Dale's over there. They all agree. So they've got 3 votes for the LCR right away.
Damn, YouTube side's blowing up on the 229.
Yeah, they are. That's kind of surprising a little bit. I guess there are a lot of SIG boys out there and girls. Yeah, the 229s. I'm starting to see. I see a couple LCRs. Chili back says midnight range, right? We're going to give you about 5 more seconds. And there we go. I don't think the LCR came close on that. I want to say it's going to be.
I'm going to go 229, man. It's the chat's just full of 229.
Yeah, I think the 229 is going to get the vote there. 229 and the LCR. So the 229 gets the viewer vote. And let's start going the other way. Let's go with Clover. LCR or the P229?
LCR.
LCR. It's one. G-Webs.
LCR.
LCR. All right. Tac Daddy, LCR or P229? I'll come back
LCR.
to Kevin. LCR. Okay, you got it. Nate.
It's a real toss-up for me, but I'm going to have to go... I'm just going to give my vote to you, Trey. How about that? It's your chat.
Okay.
I'll give you my vote.
I'll do that. Roosted, what you say?
Boy, I like a nice 357 Magnum revolver, but I think I'm going to go with the 229.
All right. Sandy.
Well, I like a nice 357 revolver too, but I'm going to vote LCR.
Okay. Scotsman.
I'm going to go LCR.
Well, then my 2 votes don't matter because LCR already wins. I would have gone the 229. I think everyone knows that's nothing against anything else, but I'd rather have a semi than a revolver. That's just me. But LCR takes it 5-4, even with my 2 votes. So I'm going to go down here, and LCR moves on to the final 4. So our next bracket that we're going to go is the top right over here, the SIG P938 and the LCP, the Ruger LCP and the P938. So let's go to the viewers first, and I want to see either Ruger or SIG. How about that? I want to put vote out here. Voting is alive and well. So, all right. So here we go. You can go ahead, and the voting booths are open. SIG or LCP. And on the gun channel side, we've got Rupan voting for the SIG, and Dale's voting for the LCP. So we're split right now. Man, this one could be a close one too. It looks like it is going to be close for sure.
Yeah, the YouTube side's kind of even too. It's one and then the other, one and the other.
It'll be about 10 more seconds, guys. Man, this is interesting. This could be really interesting. All right, 3, 2, 1. Last vote. All right.
Damn, I'm gonna have to say it was a tie on the YouTube side.
Let's count them up. I'll take LCP. Who wants to take the 938?
I'll take it. I got you. One.
All right, let's do. I'll get the LCP.
Looked like it was within one, maybe on the YouTube side. It was close.
I've got down to my last vote. I have 10 LCPs.
I got 9 for the SIG.
All right. And on the gun channel side, I've got, it's tied now. I got a SIG, and I got another. It's going to be the LCP pulls away. Going to win by a couple. There's 3 votes for the LCP and 1 vote for the SIG on the gun channels. So the LCP, for as far as the viewer vote, it's that. So let's see here. LCP and 938. That was close. That might have been our closest one. Well, we had a couple 1 by 1. So yeah, another close vote. So let's go through the room. Starting with Scotsman this time. Scotsman, what do you say?
SIG.
So SIG. Sandy.
938 is too small for the pocket, or too big for the pocket, and arguably too small for a belt gun. So LCP.
Okay. Roosted.
LCP.
All right. Nate.
LCP. Even though I hate the tiny little sights, at least it doesn't have a safety.
Yeah. Tech Daddy.
LCP.
LCP. G-Webs.
No fan of that LCP, but there's no way I'm voting for a tiny 1911 in your.
He's been steadfast on that, hasn't he, all night?
Damn, dude. Damn.
Logic, man. Don't hate him for it.
That's right. No,
I didn't say I hate him for it. It's just very surprising.
Yeah. Clover.
That's pretty easy for me. I picked the Honor Guard over the SIG anyway, but yeah, like I said, brother has it 938. Not a fan. Actually carried the LCP for I don't know, a couple of years probably. So LCP.
And I go LCP as well. Like I said earlier, I think the LCP and the Bodyguard are phenomenal little pocket guns, purse guns, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going LCP. That was an 8-1 victory for the LCP. So LCP moves on to the final 4. All right. So this is gonna be an interesting one.
I like to call it a man clutch. Thank you very much.
A
I was gonna say, guys, in your little man purses with that little LCP in there.
It's a good fanny pack gun too, you know.
Well, if I've got like a
fanny pack, don't make it any better.
What were you saying, G?
If I can get it to match color-wise with my little pouch, then I feel like I'm, more.
I mean, I can see G walking down with like a turquoise fanny pack with his BDU pants and all that. That's a great look. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It don't fit in my kilt, so
I think it would fit in the kilt. I think it'd be a great gun for the kilt.
No. See, you got to go full size. There's no half-assing it when you're wearing a kilt, man. It's full size or nothing.
Not what I heard. I heard when you go kilt, it's never full size. That was too easy. Sorry, bro. All right.
There's a reason we don't wear anything under the kilt.
Yeah. All right. Bottom right of our brackets. This could be a really good one. The Smith & Wesson 642 or the Glock 19. 642 revolver, 38 special, or the Glock 19. So let's start. Hold on here, and I'm going to put out their vote. All right, so Glock 19 or the 642. Voting booths are open. We've got one for the 19 on the Gun Channel side and two for the 642 so far. So,
what are you gonna? Are you ever gonna talk about the concerns about the Russian hacking influence on the voting?
No, because I have a Scotsman here, and he'll take care of Putin's ass.
What about all the people who influenced how we voted by ads on Facebook? What are we gonna do about that?
I would sit there and say if you need to just be stronger, willpowered, and not listen to those influences. And
I try to have a set of balls.
Then I'm listening to your influence. So
yeah, right. All right, I'm gonna go.
I think we can call this one.
Yeah, pretty sure that the 19 is gonna get the viewer vote at least. I can't say that it's gonna get the entire vote, but it's gonna get the viewer vote. So let's start this time with Clover. Clover, what say you? 19 or the 642?
642.
Okay, G-Webs.
This will be a tougher one if that was like a generic J-frame revolver or something.
Okay. I almost put just J-frame.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are so many different J-frames out there. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been, talking about a platform. It's not really a platform. It's just an enormous selection of guns over the years. Been what 50 years?
Because there's just that one, and I've owned that one or something similar to where that's that airweight frame. It's kind of a bitch to shoot. So 19 is the best gun, hands down, for everybody. So 19.
I think Tack's going 19. I'm assuming. I don't even need to ask you. Nate.
You don't.
There really needs to be a revolver in the final four, but it's hard to dethrone the Glock, man. I'm gonna have to go G19 on this one.
Okay. Roosted.
19.
Right. Sandy.
When I'm not carrying a shield, it's a Glock 19.
There you go. Scotsman.
I'm not sure what Glock is, so 642.
I wanted to ask you, I just wanted to hear your response. I'm going Glock 19. I think everyone knows my love for the Glock 19 as well. So that wins 7-2. Let's see here. So Glock 19 moves on. Now we're down to the final four. And let's see here. We're going to the left side. It is the M&P Shield versus the I want to say the LCR. Yeah, the LCR. So it's the Shield versus the LCR, Ruger LCR revolver and the M&P Shield. So voting lines are open. Smith & Wesson M&P Shield and the Ruger LCR. This could be an interesting one. All right.
I got to jump, and I'm going to put it in the chat real quick for you.
What's that? I don't need to know your vote. I already know where you're going.
No, I got to jump, but you know where I'm going with this thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to watch you in the chat, but I got to run.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. We'll see you later. All right. Give it a few minutes here.
Top 5 lists don't have dead air like this.
Last vote. 3, 2, 1. All right, there's the last vote. Let's go up here. We had on the Gun Channel side, we had 3 votes for 3 votes for the Shield and 1 for the LCR. And 1, 2.
Shield ticket on the YouTube side. There was
it was closer than I thought.
I'm guessing about 9 or 10 on the YouTube side, and there was only 5 for the LCR. So
yeah, and they got 3-1 on the gun channel side. So we're gonna move it on the viewer side. We're gonna go Shield, and we have the LCR. So Shield's gonna get the viewers. Scotsman, what about you?
LCR.
LCR. Sandy.
I'm going to stick with my Shield.
Okay. Roosted.
Still the Shield.
Okay. And Nate.
I don't like that the LCR has like the polymer part in the frame, so I'm gonna go Shield.
Okay. Okay. G-Webs.
Not only have I carried an LCR for the last however many years, but also hashtag never shield.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Clover.
I don't like the polymer part on the frame, but I'll take the whole gun. That's polymer, really? LCR.
Yeah, and your hashtag what? No Smith Autos, right?
Well, that too, but that was just funny when Nate said that. I was thinking,
I know I have terrible logic there, but
really, it's got less polymer than the other one. What are you talking about?
This one has less plastic, so I'm going to go with it.
There should be a revolver, but a J-frame revolver, but neither, like the 642 and the LCR, neither one of them was the perfect pick for me. So
I know Tack said Shield all the way, and I'm going to go Shield as well. So that's a 6-3 victory for the Shield. So the Shield moves to the finals. And in the other semifinal, is on the right side, we have the LCP, Ruger LCP, and the Glock 19. Really interesting. So here we go. Voting tables are open on the viewer side. Glock 19 or the LCP? Glock 19 or the LCP? Two of the.
I also like to point out that on a revolver, the plastic frame makes a bigger difference because it's got to handle more load than a plastic semi-auto. So just have some, even though it is stupid logic, there's a little bit to it.
No, I understand. No. Hey, whatever your logic is great. Like I said, we're not,
I know Clover is just giving me a hard time, but.
Clover just giving everybody a hard time. He just likes doing that. On the gun channel side, LCP. Wow. LCP's got a 3-1 lead over the Glock. Okay, we'll give it about 10 more seconds. And all right. 3.
There could be like a band for this portion of the show. We'll stay there.
There we go. All right. The last vote.
All right. We only had about 7 or 8 for the LCP on the YouTube side, and the rest was 19s.
So the 19, yeah, it does look like the 19 kind of won that a little bit. So we're going to go to the viewer on the LCP. We're going to go viewer for the Glock 19. All right. So Clover, Glock 19 or the Ruger LCP?
I'll go LCP.
Okay. All right. G-Webs?
You're down with LCP?
Who's down with LCP? I think everybody's down with LCP. Yeah, you know me.
Those crazy clown kids, you better watch out, man.
All right, Glock 19. It's the best. It is the best gun for everyone. If you don't think so, then you're wrong. It'll win this.
Yep. Nate?
Yeah, never Juggalo, G19.
All right. Roosted?
Glock 19.
Sandy?
I really want to see my 2 carry guns square off, so Glock 19.
All right. Scotsman?
I'm going to go with my brother out there, 1%er, and say hashtag never a Glock.
I understand. I hear you. I'm going to go Glock 19, and I know Tack would have gone Glock 19 as well. So that wins 7-2. Now, the question of the day is, did he leave me a vote if what happens if Glock and the Shield?
He couldn't foresee that eventuality.
Yeah.
It wasn't possible.
I think everyone saw that eventuality.
He said flip a coin earlier, so
all right, I might flip a coin for TAC.
I tell you what, hold on. I'm going to do this right now. So between everyone here,
okay,
heads or tails, and whatever gets the most votes will be the one. And I will pick whether it's heads or tails for each one. And I'm going to do it, and I'll put it in the side chat right now for us and the internal.
Okay.
So hang on one sec.
All right, so we're just gonna call heads or tails, and you're gonna flip a coin.
I just put it in the side chat for us and the internal. So there you go. That's what it is.
Let's go ahead and flip the coin then.
All right. I flipped it. You guys tell me yes what it is, and then I'll tell you. You give your vote.
Say what now?
What? Are we doing this for TAC Daddy's vote? Give it to the audience. Give it to the audience.
All right. Well, heads or tails, and I'll
take my vote off because I carry both of them, so I won't vote. That'll make it more of an odd number.
Right, well, his vote goes tails, so tails came up.
All right. All right. So he actually put it out there in the chat.
Amazing.
Yeah. He actually voted out in the chat for the 19. So, man. Shield, man, it's coming back. I'm gonna give you guys about 15 more seconds.
Wow, looks like the Shield might have it.
It's coming close.
Yeah, Patrick's got like 5 votes in though.
Yeah, he does. We need to make sure we only count one of those.
1% is in capital letters, so that makes it twice the vote, right?
Yeah, right. All right, so let's go up and count. I'll count the shields if you want to count the 19s. I'm gonna make sure I'm not counting double votes. So there's 1, not 7.
Maybe somebody could play like a mouth harp or a jug or something.
Send your interlude suggestions to Ghost Tactical.
8 shield.
The 19 has 7 on the YouTube side.
Okay, I have 8 shields on the YouTube, but over here I've got 3 shields and 1 19. So it looks like shield's going to take it by a couple. For the viewer vote, at least. The viewer vote. Shield and G19. So the shield's going to get the viewer vote. Let's see here. I'm not sure where we started last time. We'll start with Clover this time. Is that right? Or where did we start last time? Do we know? Actually, I think we ended up with Scotsman. So let's start with Scotsman. Scotsman, what say you? Shield or G19?
Hashtag never a Glock.
I hear you. Sandy, what you got?
Man, I don't know. I got what I wanted here. The 2 guns that I carry I got to pick between the 2. How do I pick between my babies? I carry the shield more often because I can conceal it better in more outfits. If I have to tuck my shirt in, then it's the shield all the way. So that's my vote.
Okay. Roosted.
Well, I'm going to catch hell for this because they're both striker fired and neither one's got a great trigger. But from the factory, I prefer the Glock trigger. So I'm going to go with the 19.
Okay. Nate.
Yep, Roosted made a solid point. The factory Glock trigger is way better than that hinged contraption. So, yep, 19.
Okay. G, are you going 19, I'm assuming?
Yeah, never. What was the other one? Shield? When it gets to 19?
Yeah. P Shield, yeah.
But yeah, 19 is going to win it. And it's got 2 votes against the LCR's 2 votes. So the audience over on GunChannels, I made a poll. The audience poll is taking LCR for a lead right now, or at least a tie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm throwing it on 19. You guys want to vote? I'll throw the link in here too. But yeah, 7 votes so far, and 19 and LCR are tying.
Okay, interesting. Clover, 19 or the Shield?
19.
19 shields?
19 Shields. My vote is for the Shield because I love the 19, but I carry my Shield more. But I know that Tack's vote was for the Glock 19, so that makes it a 5-4 victory for the Glock 19.
I'm just saying, Captain America is the coolest Avenger, and he does not carry a Glock 19.
That's right. He carries a shield, baby.
He does carry a shield.
Let's see here. And the best concealed carry handgun goes to, as Southpaw RX out there says, according to this show, it is the Glock 19. And I don't think that anyone probably would have gone, when it comes down to the Shield or the Glock 19, that is a very difficult choice. Like I said, those are the two guns I primarily carry, but I carry the Shield more. But there are some really great guns. Like I said, this was not one of those things that's right or wrong.
No, if we're gonna talk triggers or shootability, I shoot my Glock 19 way better. But if it's a CCW gun, then I'll stand behind my vote.
Yeah, I'm the same way. See, I carry probably 95% of the time I carry the Shield. But for competition shooting, when I shoot IDPA, I shoot my Glock 19 in the CCP division. So go figure, But yeah, the whole thing about this bracket, guys, was nothing to do with telling you that your gun sucks or this gun sucks. It is, we had 16 wonderful choices. I think we probably could have maybe, I don't want to say that because it was one of my Patreon that voted for it, but I would say the Burst of Thunder, maybe it was out of its element there. But no, there were 16 really good guns, and there are more out there that are great. But if you're just getting into concealed carry and you're wondering what guns are out there, maybe go look at this bracket. I want to put this bracket over on my website. And I'll probably put it on the front page, and I will put it real quick.
Hey, Ghost, while you're doing that, thanks for everything. I'm going to see if I can catch hit or miss the tail end of that before Night Strike pulls the plug.
Yeah,
thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
See you around.
So go check out the website, ghosttackle.us. I'll probably put this bracket filled out and all of that, and I'll put it on Instagram and on Facebook, and I'll put it on all the different social media so you can kind of look at it. But there are a lot of different guns out there to look at. Before we get out of here, I do want to run through the room real quick and just ask everybody what they actually carry. Not what the voting or all that, just what you carry. And I'll start with Scottson. What's your EDC? No, your primary.
My primary EDC is either my Model 19 357,
okay,
or my CZ75.
There you go. Roosted, what's your EDC?
I either carry my Beretta 92 or a Glock 31, which is 357 SIG, in case anybody didn't know.
There you go. Are you talking the 92, like straight up 92?
Yep, yes, sir. 92 FS, full size.
The waist on that one, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I'm a big boy and I like big guns.
So yeah, I love it. Let's see here. Nate, what's your EDC?
FNS 9C. Love it.
I know that you voted for that when you replied, and maybe that should have gone on there. I don't know how that would have done versus the Burst of Thunder, but I noticed that was the only one I saw. But I haven't, I don't have any experience with that. What do you think of it? You like it? Obviously, you like
it, man. It's reliable. It eats everything. I've shot aluminum case, steel case through it, all different shapes of hollow points, ball ammo. Eats it up. Comes with a 12-round flat flush mag. It's basically the same size as an M&P 9C, but
I was going to say, if
only
you
paid
guys
$450 for it.
If you guys have never shot an FN and felt the trigger of an FN, even just dry firing it, check out an FN because that trigger is pretty damn awesome.
Yeah. No, I know you typically carry an LCR. Is that what you said, G? But over the years, there some other? What was kind of your other guns that you might have carried before that? I know you said you carried for a long time, but what are the other guns you carry? G-Webs.
I carry that 41, and then That LCR.
Okay.
And then before that, it was a 35. So
okay.
40.
But your primary now is the LCR?
No, the 41.
Oh, the 41's your primary, and you go a backup gun with your LCR. Okay.
You just didn't have it on the list.
No, I didn't. No, I hear you. Clover, I know you carry a couple different things aside from the Glock. Aside from the Glock, is there something you would recommend to a new concealed carry shooter?
I rotate mainly between that 42 and the Taurus Protector Poly in
okay.
In 38. Mainly those two.
You know, and there were other guns that I was running through.
There's a ton of good options. You know,
there's other guns.
Three times what was on the bracket. You know.
Oh yeah, there were some guns that I was thinking about putting on there. You know, I was talking about the Smith & Wesson 500 X frame, the Ruger LC9, which almost made it. That was really close to making the LC9. The Walther PPQ, yeah, the CCP, the PPS. There's a lot of Walthers out there that you could go with. Let's see, the Smith 586, the Smith 442. You could go with the. I tell you what, there was a couple of votes out there for the Chiappa Rhino. You know, the Colt Detective.
I think Bob said something about it in the chat. I honestly didn't think about it, but it's one that I've talked about that I did carry for some time, but because it had so much sentimental reason, I moved on because I was afraid somebody, you know, I'd have to lock it up in the truck, somebody would break in, and that's the Colt Detective Special.
Yeah, and the Colt Detective was on the list, and
there's all kinds out there. The Model 10, the Smith Model 10, there's a bunch.
Yeah, there's a whole lot. And like I said, this bracket was not the end all be all, but it was so hard. We could have gone to a 64 gun bracket and probably filled that up relatively easy. But this took us 2 hours, an hour and a half of the bracket, at least just on 16 guns. But like I said, if you're new to concealed carry, you're looking for one, go check this bracket out. You can kind of see what we kind of voted on in this one. But the biggest thing you can do is go to your local gun shop and see what they have, hold them. If they allow you to take them to a range, they have a range attached to the gun shop, go shoot them. Go try all of them. Find one that works best for you. Don't just go by what we say and say this is a great gun. The Shield and 19s are great guns, but it might not be the gun for you. So, you know, go out there, make sure you do your homework, shoot as many of these guns that you can until you find the right one. And it's going to be one of those things where when you find the right one and you hold it and you pull that trigger, you're going to know, you know, at least I do, when I feel a gun and I hold it and I pull that trigger for the first time before I buy it, you kind of know, oh, this is the one. This feels really good in my hand. So you're going to kind of know what it is. Make sure you maybe talk to other people and find out maybe what could be a good caliber for you, especially if you're smaller hands or slighter in weight or something like that or whatever. Whatever it is, make sure you do your homework. Find a gun that fits for you, because if you just go by what people tell you, you could end up with a gun that is too heavy, too too big, too powerful, doesn't fit your hand, doesn't fit your pocket or your purse or your I mean, we'll just do a MERS or your fanny pack, whatever you be carrying. You know, just do your research. And there's all sorts of guns out there that you can find one that's right for you, and just enjoy it. And if a gun is what's holding you back from going to get your concealed carry license, then maybe we helped you out a little bit tonight. I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm going to run through the room real quick and let everybody plug their shows, their videos, any projects going on. So let's start with Scotsman. Thanks for coming on, brother. What you got going on the channel right now?
All right. Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate the link, brother. I have this coming week, I'm going to throw out another video, either probably tonight or first thing tomorrow. There's a good brother in our community who is struggling, who needs to get to Florida to be with the rest of his family. I did it on my show on Sunday and threw out the PayPal for him. But apparently, unfortunately, because there was nothing given to as an incentive, there has been nothing donated as yet. So I'm going to do a video here. Like I said, either tonight or tomorrow. And I'm throwing something in that is pretty personal to me, for good reason, because this man is definitely a brother to me, and I'm going to do whatever the hell I can to help him out. Other than that, Sunday night, Alan B. Pro will not be able to make it, so I will need a co-host. So if someone wants to jump in and step in for Alan B. Pro, let me know, because I do need a co-host for Sunday night.
And that is foreign domestic, correct?
Foreign and domestic, 9:30 Eastern.
Checked out foreign domestic yet, guys? You need to. It's great. It's great. You guys do a great job with that. And no one can replace Alan. Let's get this straight. You're just sitting in for Alan, but the chemistry that you and Alan have is phenomenal. So yeah, go check out that stuff. And I appreciate you coming on, and I'd love to have you on anytime you want, man. Anytime you want, let me know, and I'll send you a link. All right.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You got my email anytime.
Yep, you got it, bud. Sandy, what you got going on, buddy? Oh, that's right. He had to leave. That's right. Rusid, what you got going on? Forgot Santa Hill's out of leave.
Nothing too fresh. Like I said in the beginning, I am down a camera here, so I don't know. You can check out some of my old stuff. I got a couple of your drills up and some other stuff shooting the 44, and I've had a good response out of the Mini 30. Everybody loves that thing. Thanks a lot for the invite, and we want to remind everybody to adopt their pets, man.
Very good, very good. Nate, what's going on, my man?
Thanks for the invite. Thanks for having me tonight. It's always good hanging out with everybody.
Oh yeah.
I want to say check out GunChannels. We all say it for a reason. It's not because we're getting paid or anything like that. It's because we genuinely enjoy being over there. So go check it out. Check me out on Instagram, Nate_2099. If you got any advice you want to pass along, hit me up there. I'm always trying to learn shit. So thanks.
No doubt, no doubt. G, Daily Gun Show and all that stuff. What you want to plug right now? You can plug it whatever you want, but you got the floor.
Right on. Yeah, thanks. Lots of stuff going on all the time, but I really want to say thanks. I really do appreciate the people that are participating over on GunChannels, making it better and better every month, every year. We're going on our 5th year. It's freaking awesome. Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite.
Appreciate you having coming on, and appreciate everything you do for everybody. Nate, Coffee and Guns and Ammo Astronomy out there said, what was that on Instagram? What is it? Nate_2099, correct?
Yep, correct.
Okay, Nate _ I'm gonna put it right here. Nate_2099 on Instagram. So there it is. And yes, Midnight Range says last night's Daily Gun Show was awesome. It was. I was deadly tired, and I stayed up. I had to stay up because it was for a lot of different reasons. I thought last night was one of the best DGSs in a long, long time. So it was a great one. I appreciate what you did last night, G.
You mean because Bob's not on it?
Well, that could be one of the reasons too. I don't know. Clover, what you got to plug, my brother?
Well, I don't do a whole lot. I just hang around the chats. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I don't know what is. I think. What do we got tomorrow? I think we moved to 22 rifles on the youth brackets for tomorrow. Not real sure the rest of the week, honestly, and not real sure with working on things here. Not real sure about to produce content either. So, but you can check out all the old stuff: Instagram, Facebook, GunChannels, YouTube, GunStreamer, GunTube.org. What's the other one? YouTube. Huge. Yeah, go check out all those alternatives if you're out there. I don't know, a lot of cool stuff on there. Do what, dude?
We found another one last night. It's some clips or click something, and it's like 10 hours old.
Really?
Yeah, sweet. We found it. We were searching around last night.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, yeah, I have to go check that out. Maybe. As for me, we've got a couple days left of the drill of the month for May. It is Spelling Bee. If you're a patron of mine, you've already seen the June 2018 drill of the month. It will be dropping, as they say, on Friday, June 1st. And this month is our version and variation of El Presidente. So if you guys are kind of familiar with El Presidente, we're just changing it around just a little bit to make it easier for people, but it's going to be an El Presidente. drill of the month for June. So be looking for that on Thursday, Friday. I'm sorry, Friday. I will be around, but I am out of town. I'm taking a 4-day weekend this weekend for the first time in a long time. I'm taking an actual trip. My daughter turns 21 on Thursday, so we're going to take her on a little trip for a few days and all that. I'll be around to maybe jump on some chats at night, but I'll probably I have a few videos I'm going to be scheduling to be released over the weekend. But I will be gone Thursday through Sunday, so I'm looking forward to take my daughter on a little trip. She turns 21, and that's kind of eerie to me to be able to have a drink with my daughter should I choose to, and whether she chooses to or not, it would be interesting. But more importantly, she's already taken a CCW class. Now she can actually send in the paperwork now that she's turned 21. So
she can buy a handgun.
What's that?
She can buy her own handgun.
She can buy her own handgun, and that is exactly what she's going to do. I told her I'd get her a gun for her birthday, but I wanted her to go. I'd give her the money, but I wanted her to go through the whole process of going into a gun shop, figuring out which gun she wants. She's been using my bodyguard for a long time, and she loves it. She might go get her own bodyguard for all I know, but I want her to go through that process of going to a gun shop, picking up the guns, filling out the 4473, all of everything that goes into it. And the cool thing is I want her to go through that without her concealed carry license first, because in Arkansas, the CHCL will actually bypass the NICS. So I want her to actually go through them, having to call, and I don't know, maybe the gun shop may not want to, but I want her to go through the phone call to the background check. I want her to go through the whole thing just to experience it for the first time. So, AR build, yes, we are going to do an AR build. I was thinking about getting a 300 blackout AR, but I think we are going to go and go ahead and do an AR build, a pistol build for my daughter also. She's kind of, maybe she wants to do that. So
that's pretty cool. I can see the conversation, though. It's going to be, I want you to go and experience this, and you can pick any bodyguard from the store that you want.
Yeah, you can pick any bodyguard or LCP or a 42. No, she actually likes a 380 round. So, she's got experience with the bodyguard, obviously, but she'll be able to. There's all sorts of really cool 380s out there. I think she's kind of got her mindset on the 380. But yeah, she's definitely going to go through the gamut and pick out whatever she wants, and that's going to be my present to her. But like I said, I want her to go through that whole experience. But now that she can, I think all of us remember the first time that we went through that and bought our first gun, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that, and we'll see how that goes. But anyways, anybody have anything else they want to talk about before we get out of here? Suppressed 300 blackout. That was the AR that I was going to go and get. Was my next one was going to be the suppressed 300 blackout, but I think I'm going to do a pistol build, about a 7.5-inch pistol build, 9mm for my daughter. I think that'd be kind of cool for her. So I can always go get me a blackout anytime I want. So I'm going to make this the year of my daughter. So we're going to do that. That'd be kind of cool because I've never built an AR. So this will be kind of a cool thing that we can't really show the assembly line on YouTube anymore. We can on GunTube and other places, but there will be some videos when we decide to start doing the pistol build. That will definitely. Do you guys have anything else before we get out of here?
Just one little nerd thing or tech thing. Yeah. I've noticed about these other platforms, which is frustrating when you mentioned you're going to schedule some stuff. That's the one thing YouTube gave us that the other platforms don't offer yet is a scheduled post.
Okay.
I do have one other thing, if you don't mind. Sure.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
I threw out the email to the PayPal for my good brother out here that needs money to move to Florida to help his wife, who is possibly suffering from MS, and his mother-in-law that has a lot of medical issues as well. I'm going to throw it out one more time, but if you guys would, please do so. Whatever you can spare, whether it's $1, $5, whatever, please do so. I'm trying to raise $3,500. That's what he needs to move.
Right on. Right on. I'm writing down this email address right quick.
And I appreciate it no matter what it is, whether it's $1, $5, whatever. Trust me, I appreciate it more than I can say. This guy's going through a tough time. He's a veteran. He was 11 Bravo, and from 80 to 84. He's a dear friend to me. He's got Scottish in him, so to me, he trusts me. He's a true brother when the whole sense of the word. I talk to him on a daily basis. The last 2 days, he's been stuck in a bottle, and that's not good, guys. It's not good. So
let's go there and help out all we can. And one thing I love about this community is when something happens and someone's in need, the community always steps up and tries to help out as much as they can. Like you said, a dollar is better than nothing. A dollar is more than we had last time. So whatever you're able to give, if you're willing to, go check it out. The email's out there. s.matloff. Is that right? Matloff?
Yep.
At gmail.com. So go check them out. And if you're watching in replay later on, you can still click a link on this chat. And I'm sure even if it's tomorrow or next week or next month or whenever, go to that PayPal and you can still donate if you choose to. So I think we basically just ran the entire gamut of Night Strike's hit or miss. So because I just see that Big Gunner just went live. So if hit or miss is still out there, go check it out on YouTube. It's Night Strike 1. On GunChannels, it's hit or miss. Big Gunner just went live, so go check out Big Gunner 81 on YouTube and on GunChannels. He does some really cool stuff. They talk AR builds a lot. So if you're into AR builds and all of that, he's got a project he's working on is the 50 states of ARs, where he's going to build an AR representing every state and trying to use parts and companies within that state if he can. The paint scheme, it's a really, really cool project, but go check out Big Gunner. Go check out Night Strike and Hit or Miss, and make sure you check out tonight and every Monday through Friday at midnight Eastern, Daily Gun Show. The YouTube channel is Daily Gun Show, and it's also Daily Gun Show on GunChannels as well. So go check them out at midnight Eastern. I want to say thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you for all my panelists. I thought this was a really good time. And just to recap, the M&P Shield and the Glock 19 made it to the finals. And who won? Who won? Oh, all right. The Glock 19 won the the Glock 19 won 5-4. 5-4 on the best concealed handgun bracket. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I love every one of you guys for always watching and supporting the channel. And we will see you next time. Semper Fi.